Yay, Mookie gets a turn. So glad to see him get to do some more exercises in the classroom as well. So as far as the intro to collection and the work on the verbals and the turns, really pleased with these. A couple observations. In general, he seemed much better with his turns to the right than he did with his turns to the left. He was a little bit more inclined to slice on the turns to the left versus the right, which is interesting because I did not notice that when I saw your 6th position jumping drill. But here I noticed a lot more. The other thing I noticed is you were very good on your markers. As soon as he'd clear the bar, you would say, get it, and then introduce the toy or then start moving without a lot of other random praise in there. So that was great. The only thing that I would add to this is I would try to, as much as you can start to, I know you're limited on space, but add more motion away. So as soon as you see him going, start moving. Almost on all of these, all the way from the beginning, you wait until he jumps and then you step forward. And what we want to do is the whole point of working on this verbal is to get to a point where when you see him go forward, like now, you would go ahead and start to the right. And even though your motion is pushing in, you're saying, I cued you to the left. I want commitment to the left. But again, you can see he's airborne before you move. So I know it's hard because you don't have a lot of direction to go to and run to. But just adding in the motion component would be the next step from here. Trying to get where you don't wait until he's physically committed, but instead you start to move on mental commitment. The other thing that you could do for both dogs, but might be good for Mookie because he struggles a little bit more with the impulse control, is present a distractor. So while you hold him in this position, throw his toy right here, throw it out here, somewhere that's going to make him be tempted to either run straight to the toy or jump and turn right. But even though that toy's planted, cue the wrap, expect the 270-degree turn, and then work for the get it. I know obviously throwing a toy as a distraction isn't nearly as close to the types of challenges he deals with in terms of stimulation, but it would add a little bit of an element to test the verbal. And like for B, it wouldn't be so much as creating a distraction for, impulse control as much as really testing the verbal and tempting the verbal and saying, hey, I'm going to throw your toy to the right, but will you still do a loop when I cue a loop? So that would kind of be the next step to look towards. I think way back in my wrapping a barrel, I think that's where it is. I'll have to look what module it is. I have the toy out there and the treat and train out there. And the goal is use that as a distractor, but cue the dog one direction around and make sure that they will leave the distraction to do the job that is cued. So I would certainly say in this situation, your green light on this, go ahead and move forward, add speed, add excitement. All in all, this looked excellent.